All right, so here we go with that last question. Here we see another word problem, but it wants us to find one of the values, so we're going to have to write and solve the inequality, the equations this time. All right, so it says two customers went to a store to buy boxes of oranges. First customer paid $203 for three small boxes of oranges and 14 large boxes of oranges. The second customer paid $220 for 11 small boxes of oranges and 11 large boxes of oranges. What we want to do is we want to figure out the cost of a large box of oranges. So we should recall that the first thing that we need to do is we need to identify our two variables. So the things that they are buying are S for the small boxes, and then we would use L for the large boxes, right? Then I taught you that you want to look for totals. So customer one paid $203, while customer two paid $220. So when I write my equation, equation one will equal 203, and equation two will equal 220. Now we need to see what they bought. So the first customer bought three small, so we're going to say 3S, and they bought 14 large. So that's the first equation. And then the second customer bought 11 small and 11 large. So what we're doing is we're trying to figure out which is the large boxes. Now we are going to use Desmos to solve this. I'm just going to be reminded that when you go to Desmos, you cannot use S and L. So we're gonna, in Desmos, this will be our X and this will be our Y. All right, so that's gonna be our X and our Y. And so if you would like to go ahead, pause the video, go to your Desmos, type this in to Desmos, and then you will get a solution. All right, you can see that I've done that here. I've typed it into Desmos. Now, when you type it into Desmos, you might not see anything on the screen. That's because the numbers are probably large this time. So all you need to do is zoom out, and you'll zoom out, and then you'll end up seeing that right here at 713 is where they meet. 713 is where they meet. So that tells me that the solution for this is going to be 713. And remember that this is X was our small and Y was our large. So we want to know a large. So a large box of oranges is going to cost $13 for a large. All right, we're going to take a look at a system of inequality next. So for this inequality, it says which is not a solution. So remember that in an inequality, we're looking for the part that is shaded. So that means that anything in the shaded area is a solution, but we want to know which one is not. So we're going to have to plot all of these and see which one is not in the shaded area. So starting with F, -3, -4 is going to be right here. That is F. And yes, it is in the shaded area. We're looking for the one that's not. -1, -2. So -1, -2 would be right here. That's G. Yes, that's in the shaded area. 110, we go over 1 up 10, that's up here. That's H. It is not in the shaded area. And then 1 over 1 up 1 is right there. That is J, which it is in the shaded area. So the answer we will be looking for here is H, 110, because it is not in the shaded area. Here we go with our last question. It says, use a table to determine which statement is true about the two lines. Remember that when we are looking for a solution, we're trying to see where they are the same. So this is the X value, and you want to look to see where do they have the same Y values. And so we look on the table, the Y values are here. So that means that the solution here is that when X is 0, they both meet at -7. So the solution for this system would be 0, -7. All right. This pretty much covers what you're going to see on the test. So like I said, hopefully you watch through all videos. I would suggest maybe going through, watching through the videos one more time before you attempt the test. I think you have 2 attempts on the test. But definitely if you don't get a good enough score the first time, go back and do the test the second time. Good luck. Feel free to message me on Schoology if you